Welcome to Mother-Daughter Projects. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki, and today we're sharing how we made this faux tabletop concrete fireplace.
And we want to give a shout out to Quikrete for sponsoring today's project. We started out with a great idea that Mom had. She thought we could use a standard builder's grade bathroom fixture and put these 3 LED flickering bulbs in them, and we could use that for our fireplace. And it worked perfect, so then we moved on to our next step.
Here we're cutting out pieces of styrofoam that are the same dimension as the light fixture we are using. We made it just high enough to cover the writing on the bulbs. We're using the styrofoam to create a void where the light fixture will sit. Here we're hot gluing the styrofoam pieces together to create the thickness we needed. Then we created a mold around the styrofoam using large kids' building bricks. Here we're measuring the distance and how tall we need our wall to be. We're also creating a void in the bottom of the concrete, which here looks like the top. We're actually molding this whole thing upside down. We're cutting a piece of plastic tubing to run the wire from the fixture into the bottom. We glued the plastic right in the middle of the styrofoam, then glued the styrofoam to a piece of scrap melamine. We hot glued all around the edges to ensure the concrete doesn't seep through. We added the wall and glued the outside of that as well. With our mold ready to go, we moved on to mixing our concrete. We're using Quikrete mortar mix because it provides a nice smooth finish. We added the mix to a bucket, added water, and mixed. We're going for brownie-like consistency. We're using the mortar mix, but any of the Quikrete mixes will work. Next, we filled in our mold, making sure to get the mix into all the nooks and crevices. Mom mixed about 3 batches of the mortar mix, which was about half of the 40-pound bag. Then we vibrated the mold with a reciprocating saw without a blade. This helps to release any trapped air bubbles. Then we covered it with cling wrap and let it cure for 48 hours. We started by removing the styrofoam and then the bricks. You can see when we removed the bricks, they created a really nice brick pattern to the concrete. Everything released really nicely, and we continued to pick out the styrofoam from the top of the concrete. Then we fed the wiring from the fixture through the hole in the base, and we wired it to an extension cord that we cut the top off of. For the reflective back, we're using a sheet of copper-colored aluminum from MD Building Products. We marked where we needed to fold it, clamped it to a table, and folded it with our hands. We placed it inside and added some rocks around. We thought we were done, but we decided to make a wooden base for this to sit on. Here we are ripping down a piece of hardwood that a friend of ours had gifted to us. Then we cut it down on the miter saw. To attach the pieces, we're going to use wood stick hot glue from Surebonder. You see that gap in the middle? That's for the cord to come through. We finished it with a coat of Danish oil. We set the concrete on top, and we're done. We love the soothing look this provides. We found ourselves just staring, mesmerized by the cool flickering lights.
What we learned! As you saw from the video, we used styrofoam about the bottom and the top. Now that worked really well, but it was very messy to come out. So if you want to try this, you might want to use melamine or something that's a little less messy.
As you noticed, we used a large brick to make the mold. Well, if you're a Lego fan like me, you know those were not Duplos, and there's a reason for that. The cheaper bricks actually are easier to remove because they're made out of a cheaper plastic. So get the cheap bricks for building with and keep your Duplos for playing with.
Concrete takes a full 28 days to cure, and this piece is still curing. Once it's done, we will put a clear coat on it, and we will attach the bottom to the top with a construction adhesive.
An added feature of this is we actually plugged it into a smart plug, so right here from the couch I can just click, turn it off, and when I'm ready, turn it back on. So if you like this project and want to see more from us, be sure to visit us at mother.projects.com and subscribe right here on YouTube. Click the bell and you'll be alerted to all our new projects. Oh my gosh, no props for you.
Spilled on my couch.
I'm glad it was you and not me.
Yeah, really. Is that where I spilled it?